all because of a nose screw. Sambaya of Sambalpur was an average young man of good physique and good health. But what use? It appeared that laziness was his main asset. He lost his parents when he was a little boy. Afterwards, he was looked after by his aging grandmother. She was a weak woman and did not enjoy good health. Yet she took care of her grandson who grew up soon but grew up as a lazy young man. Perhaps she doted him too much. She worked and with her meager earnings she ran the home. Sambaya would not raise even his little finger to help her. He would lie in his bed all the while except to get up and eat the food prepared by his grandmother with great difficulty. Her neighbors took pity on her and goaded Sambaya to go to work and make some earnings. One night he visited the Devi temple in the town. He spent a long time in the compound waiting for the place to get deserted. When he was sure that no one was around, he managed to get inside the sanctum sanctorum. He looked around and saw that the idol was adorned with a glittering nose screw. He plucked it and holding it in his palm, he knelt before the idol and prayed, Devi, I shall drop half the price I get by selling this in the hundi. Bless me so that I won't be caught by the police. He returned home and hid the nose screw in a safe place. The next day, the news spread like wildfire that the temple had been burgled and that Devi's priceless nose screw was missing. Who would have committed this heinous crime? Who was the intruder? The questions were posed by everyone to every other person. The people themselves came forward to make inquiries and find the culprit. 1 week passed, then another week. There was no trace of the nose screw and no clues about the thief. Sambaya thought that the people had given up all hope, so he contemplated ways of disposing of the nose screw. One day he went to Manilal the jeweler. Please don't mistake me, sir, but could I ask you something? He went closer and almost whispered, Do you buy stolen ornaments? Manilal was angry with Sambaya. Don't you know what to ask of which person? However, did you think that I do business in stolen goods? That's not something you should have asked me. Please don't be angry with me, sir, said Sambaya. I just wanted to know whether anyone had brought to you the stolen nose screw of Devi. I didn't have any other motive. There's Vipin Lal in the next town, said Manilal. I'm told he accepts whatever is taken to him, even stolen ornaments, and no questions asked. You could have told me that instead of getting angry with me, protested Sambaya. Angry with you? Why should I get angry with you? Manilal reacted, now calming down. But one thing is certain. If ever someone were to bring the stolen nose screw here, I shall sever his hand with a knife. Good. He will deserve that kind of punishment and much more, said Sambaya. You shouldn't let him go, sir. Even Devi won't forgive him. Next day, Sambaya made his way to the neighboring town. He now knew where he could dispose of the nose screw. However, he had his own misgiving whether he would succeed in his mission. On the way, he met Ramaya. He saw him take out a beedi and hold it between his lips. By any chance, do you have a matchbox? He asked Sambaya. The young man wondered whether the next question would be about the nose screw. No, sir, I don't have a matchbox. In fact, I don't smoke, he added and hurriedly walked away. Before he reached the town, Sambaya saw a sight. Two men were being dragged by two policemen. They were handcuffed. He was puzzled. He stopped a passerby and asked him what happened. One of the men is Sivaya. I have seen him before. As a matter of fact, he was in jail some time ago for possessing stolen articles. The other man must have been trying to sell such goods. The police must have caught hold of both the seller and the buyer. Now Sambaya was trembling. It would be impossible to sell anything stolen, and if he were to be caught, he would certainly go to jail. What should he do? He turned around and walked back to his village. He straightway headed for the Devi temple and went in. He replaced the nose screw on the idol. He then knelt before the goddess and prayed, Devi, I did steal your nose screw, but I have now returned it to you. I know I am a sinner, but you know I was never a thief. Please forgive me. The tears he shed were sincere and genuine. He was full of remorse. That night, Sambaya lay in bed but no sleep would come. He had a doubt. True, he had replaced the jewel, but nobody had suspected him nor had he been questioned. That probably was because he had promised to put in the hundi half of what he got by selling it. That was his offering to Devi. Would she be angry with him if he did not keep his promise? But at the same time, he did not have any money to put in the hundi. He must make some earnings and that meant he must do some work. The next day, he approached the Jamindar of the place and requested him to give him a job, promising that he would do whatever work was given to him very satisfactorily. But the Jamindar hesitated. What work can you do? Aren't you a lazy bones? Can you work on the farm? Can you work in the house? You don't know any work. Sir, I have forgotten my past. Whatever work you give me, I shall carry it out to your satisfaction, pleaded Sambaya. The Jamindar was kind hearted. All right, you go to my field, draw water from the well, and fill the canal. I shall come and look you up at work. Sambaya gladly went to the field and began drawing water. When he went home in the evening, he told his grandmother where he had been and placed in her hands the coins the Jamindar had given him as wage. She was very happy that her grandson was no more lazy and he had turned a new leaf in his life. The Jamindar too was very happy after watching Sambaya at work for a few days. He gave him a permanent job and raised his salary too. Sambaya did not forget his promise. He regularly placed his offering in the hundi. Devi, you helped me not to turn a thief. I am bound to you. From then on, he made it a habit to visit the temple every morning before he went to work. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Do provide your feedback in the comment section below. Thanks for listening.